Hey, good people. Welcome to the Good Matchmaker Review. Today, we're going to discuss the episode entitled Cheating Husband Gets Busted. Oops. Sit back and relax as we dig deep into this storyline. So, all right, let's talk about that. Characters Will and Emma are married, and Will has a side piece. Is that the terminology?
Yeah, we'll roll with
it, okay.
the side piece, maybe a whole side meal.
Well, he has a side meal.
Yeah.
And that's Angie. And this, it's a tough one because I know we saw the pain that Emma dealt with finding out that Will was cheating. That was tough.
Yeah, and she was totally surprised.
She was caught off guard.
Yeah, caught off guard.
Now, I guess I want to start with Angie first. So, Angie said that initially she didn't know
Initially.
he was married, okay, and I believe that. But then she found out he was married, and she kept seeing him.
Yeah, what do you think, was some of the reasons or a reason why she would have continued?
I do believe that she started to process it once she saw that Emma was a real live person and a wonderful person. She realized the decision she had made.
When at the moment that she found out, like I said, sometimes, emotions and things like that can already be involved. Emotionally, she's just invested into the situation. Mm-hmm. And after that, we don't know what type of lies he may have told her to keep her on the side. But without her actually having, like you said, a face or a person to associate with Will, then it may have made it easier for her to continue on.
I think so. I think once she realized, I think that the way that it all came out was tough. Now, this is my thought on this. Emma thought that, her husband was a loving, supportive.
Everything was good.
We know that because of the way she introduced him to them. There's no way, trust me, if you got any hint of him doing anything,
right,
you're not ready to introduce him with all those wonderful words.
Right, that's right, that's true.
You're just like, okay, this is my husband, But she was just, this is my wonderful, loving, supportive husband. She's thinking that her relationship's solid.
How she talked highly of him, it put things in perspective in that moment for Angie too. To hear to say that whatever he's been telling me, it's a lie.
Yeah, like they're not at home fussing and fighting and sleeping in separate beds and none of that stuff.
Yeah, usually that's what the man does. He tries to make his situation seem so bad to where it makes the deception in that he's hoping that it makes the other woman, wants to buy in more into that side piece relationship and giving her hopes that, if I treat him better, then he'll come to this side. Yeah,
he'll realize how good I am and leave her and come to me.
But the grass is never greener on the other side. It's always greener where you water it.
And you said something that got me thinking I really just didn't think of before. When Emma introduced him to Angie and all those wonderful things she said, that made her realize this joker's been lying to me.
Yeah, and he's not going anywhere. Because things are good.
Yeah, things are real good. That's right.
Yeah, like you said, for her to say those things about her husband, he was actually doing what he's supposed to do at home, with the exception of, cheating.
And let's be honest, people can recover from cheating and affair.
In situations where relationships get betrayed and the trust is stolen, trust is something that has to be earned again. And it's hard to give that trust away again after it's been taken from you.
No, I get that. So you're saying basically you can survive it, but there's something that's lost that can never be recovered, that little thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I think that, it truly can, you truly can survive it. But
it's work.
Yeah,
I believe it's work.
You have to be intentional about putting in the work and gaining the person's trust back. And for some men, I think it's more difficult because it's not always easy for them to humble themselves to a point where they need to be to put in the work to regain the trust. So it can be done, but it takes a lot of work.
I think she realized she didn't know who she was married to.
Yeah. And like I said, it was so scared that she was like, no, I can't go back into this because I don't know what may happen next.
Yeah. And some women are like that. They protect their hearts and they're like, okay, that's it. And then some can try to understand and work through it and find, a middle ground.
Yeah.
And anytime there's an affair, you've made a covenant with someone and you've promised them and you've committed to them and you break that covenant, someone's going to be hurt.
Yeah, every time. There's no way around it. And I hate that that people make those decisions, but in doing so, like I said, you just hope that if because you learn it's one or two things. You learn that this is the person you're supposed to be with, or this is the person that I'm not supposed to be with. Because like I said, even though it's difficult to make it through it, relationships can recover and they can come out better on the other end, especially if they use that pain and that experience that they've gone through and the information that they've gathered to help other people who may be going through the same thing.
What did she tell him? You are a non-factor.
Right.
That was letting him know I've moved completely on. You have nothing to do with my life. I think that's why she didn't have any words for him, because you don't exist to me anymore.
Right.
She had completely moved on from him.
Yep.
And like you said, there's no book, there's no roadmap, there's no right or wrong. Sometimes it's just what you're dealing with in that moment.
Right.
And I think the key is to look in the mirror, strip yourself. No more lies, no more deceit.
Yep.
Own it.
That's it.
Own it.
Yeah.
And deal with it.
Yep.
I think that's part of the key of that.
So restoration is possible.
Yeah, I love that. All right, well, okay guys, that's it for this episode, and we will catch you on the next one of The Good Matchmaker, and thank you for watching the review.
Thank you for watching the Good Matchmaker review. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to comment below. Remember, with every story, we're inspiring healthy relationships.